over 10 years ago, they were doing some work over by the Jaffa Gate, and they found a road underground, and they found on the road, they found earrings, and they believe that this is the road, it's a Decamonis, okay? So it's just pretty amazing just to realize from this map that they discovered in Jordan, we're able to see what we see before our very eyes. You see it with your own eyes. You see when you're walking there, you see, this is the Cardo Maximus, this is the Cardo Valensis, this is, the Decamonis. So it's amazing. Continue. Okay, here we're in the underground tunnels. You can see that there were stones that were thrown down from the time of the Romans. Right? You can see the bordered stone. You see how there's the surtout, right? There's a very, very nice border on the stones from King Herod. Okay, continue. Okay, here we're in the tunnels. It's covering the underground tunnels from 2,000 years ago. This is supporting the Muslim quarter. But you have to realize that when you're in the tunnels, why are there tunnels? Well, in the second base of English time, there were no tunnels. Okay, that would be looking at the sky. It's only after about 700 years ago when the Arabs, right, when the Mamluks wanted to build close to the base of Mikdash, close to the western wall, because they wanted to go to their Al-Aqsa Mosque. Okay, so there's a valley there called the Tyropian Valley, and they wanted to build their houses close to the western wall so that they could go to their Al-Aqsa Mosque. So that's basically what's creating all the tunnels here from about 700 years ago. Continue. Okay, here you can see again the beautiful, meticulous workmanship of King Herod. Okay, and how each stone is going to be recessed in about 2 centimeters. I'm going to put it up here. Okay, you see it's recessed in about 2 centimeters. They're not flush, ladies and gentlemen, but it's like one is in, one is out. And the beautiful, meticulous workmanship of King Herod. Okay, so continue. Okay, this is just another picture of the same tunnels. Continue. Okay, this is absolutely amazing. You see natural cracks in the stone in the tunnels directly across from the Holy of Holies, the Kodesh Kodashim, about 270 or 90 feet. Okay, what's really amazing is when you continue and you're going right across from the Kodesh Kodashim, if that's the place, okay, the best of our knowledge it is, but right across from there, which is really amazing, is that it's probably about 90 meters or so, like 270 feet, and you're right across from the Kodesh Kodashim. What's amazing is that you'll see there are cracks in the stone. Now, most people don't know about this, but if you look, you can see how you're going down, okay? This is like the Jordan River coming to the Sea of Galilee, and you continue, you're seeing this is going to be the Dead Sea area, going down the Arava, okay? And then you're going, following that, and then going up, you're seeing the coastal plain. And it's right across from the Kodesh Kodashim. I don't know what that means, but to the best of my knowledge, they're natural cracks, and it's right across from that area, okay? Now, right at this point, I take the opportunity to mention my father's name, because my father was an amazing person. And I don't think he would have believed in his lifetime when I'm explaining to people right across from the Kodesh Kodashim that I would be able to explain to people and talk to them. I don't think he would have believed in his lifetime that his son would be able to do this. And I mention his name because it says in the Gemara, Brachas, and Yudchet is like Chai. So Aaron is like Chai, Yudchet. Tzadikim mitatan nifsatan nikru chaim. A tzadik, when he's nifter, he's considered living. So I mentioned my father's name to keep his name alive because he brought so much light into this world, so much goodness, and it's a way that I can be able to give back. And I had the opportunity even of writing, being in a compilation in a book with other people, speaking about different challenges and that people are going through to a level of greatness. And I had it published, and Baruch Hashem, with Hashem's help, I got to be #1 on Amazon, okay? So I'm very, very privileged, very honored that I got to get my father's name and to let people know about the greatness that he's brought to this world, because he was the only one who survived from the Holocaust. And all of my family are miracles. All of my children, all of my grandchildren, 11 grandchildren, all of my family, and my sister's family and brothers, we're all miracles. And it's just so special to be able to mention my father's name and thinking that, always when we're giving tzedakah and when we're continuing to bring his light, to bring his greatness into the world. So it's so special that I'm able to mention my father's name right across from the Kodesh Kodashim, possibly continue. Okay, here as we continue walking on the original street, again, you'd be looking at the sky 2,000 years ago, but this is probably the same street that our great Chachamim, great Tzaddikim were walking on. Rav Yochanan ben Zakkai, and Hillel, Beit Shammai, right, Rav Gamliel, they were probably walking on this street, because that was a major street in Yerushalayim. Okay, we'd be looking at the sky. Of course, what you're looking above is only about 700 years ago, but you can see there are columns. One of the columns over here, or two columns, it was like a store. Maybe they were going to buy falafel there, I don't know. But in some of the stores that they found actually an inscription that says Korban, for sacrifice. Okay, but here you can see there are like two columns. You can only see one of the columns. I didn't take the best picture here, but there was probably a store over here. But what's very, very amazing is that it's not complete. Okay, if you look over here, you can see there's like something sticking out from the column. Okay, and also there's a gash. Okay, go over to the right, and you can see there's a gash in the stone over here, and there's a stone sitting over here from 2,000 years ago, right? Why? Why is it incomplete? Well, so many people ask me, what happened? Why is it incomplete? Okay, and do you want to know the answer? Okay, so I'll tell you the answer. The answer is we really don't know, okay? That's the real answer, okay? The theory is that possibly King Herod, the master builder behind this building, the most beautiful building whenever someone's lifetime, he dies. Once he dies, all of the workers stop working. And what happens in Eretz Israel, when people don't get their funding, and they run away. So this is maybe what's left over. It was supposed to complete the street, and what's amazing is this street that we find here in the underground tunnels, you can see it also in the southern excavations. Okay, we're just going to continue over here. And you can also see it in the city of David, near David. Okay, if we get there as well. So continue. Okay, this is the real Wall Street, by the way. Not the one in New York. That's the Wall Street. Okay. Here you can just see, this is the street. You can see the level of the Koisel. And going further down, walking the original street from 2,000 years ago. Continue. Okay. This is our trail. As you can see how we're going. And we're going to the left. And we're going to go through the mountain of Mount Moriah, or we're going to come to what's called the Antonia Fortress. Continue. Okay, again, just seeing how far down things go. Now in the tunnels, I know you know there's a major stone close to 600 tons, about 45 feet. And we ask ourselves, how did they move that stone? How are they able to do that? Okay, the question is better than the answer. We really don't know. And but possibly they did it with mules and with unbelievable pulley system. But okay, continue. Okay, here we're walking through the mountain of Moriah, the ancient aqueduct from the time of the Hashmonaim. Okay, and we come to a whole new area over there. Okay, continue. Okay, this is just a depiction of the double rock that I got from a postcard. Okay, but there's actually a rock there. Continue. Okay, now we're going over to the southern excavations, and this is the same street that we were walking, ladies and gentlemen, in the north. You walk in the south. Okay, and once again, all of this was filled in with rocks, stones, and debris. You know, just think. And all of a sudden, we start discovering this underground. Volunteers are coming, and they're discovering this. These are some of the stones that were thrown down from the time of the Romans from 2,000 years ago. The archaeologists believe that's only 1/10 of the stones. Where did they go? Well, Mordechai, they used the stones to build their palaces. And you can actually go when you go to the southern excavations, you can see the remains of their palace where they took the stones from the Koisel and they built them into their palace. Okay, so this is the original street from 2,000 years ago. It was all filled in with rock, stones, and debris. There's stores also on the left side, and that's where they found this inscription that says Korban. Okay, let's continue. Okay, this is really pretty amazing. A little story. Okay, I think maybe you want to hear the story. Okay, it's called the Trumpeting Stone, original inscription from 2,000 years ago. It's run down the destruction of the base of Mikdash. It says, now this is, you can see it in Ashurit, it says the Beit, the house, HaTikiyah, like the Tikiyah, right, for shofar, the Hachriz, it's like broken off. It was like the house of the trumpeter. Now, the archaeologists believe, and they're not religious, they believe that there were probably like two Kohanim that were priests that were standing up on the Har Bayis, and there was like a niche there, and they were taking their trumpets to tell people to get ready to close their stores for Shabbos. Now, this is what the archaeologists tell us. What's so interesting, ladies and gentlemen, is we already know this from the Gemara and Shabbos. The Gemara and Shabbos tells us about this. And now they're discovering it, what the archaeologists are telling us. Okay? So, Baruch, you'll know that. Okay? And this is really interesting because I took a family one time, and one of the family, they had young children. It was a 6-year-old, and it's called the Trumpeting Stone. And he says to me, now I understand. It's called the